Across the eastern U.S., there is a long wave trough extending from the mid-Atlantic region down through the Appalachians into northern Florida. This trough is leading to mid-level cooling and an upper air pattern that supports moisture pooling and occasional shortwave energy moving through. Florida AFDS upstream, there is an expansive ridge centered out toward the plains/Texas, which tends to suppress convection over interior Georgia and much of the southeast by promoting subsidence and warming aloft. Georgia AFDS. At the surface, several quasi-stationary or weak frontal boundaries are playing a role, particularly over central and southern Florida. In Florida, a front has been parked, gradually shifting southward, but still contributing to moisture convergence and providing focus for storms. Meanwhile, Georgia sees the influence of high pressure, reinforcing dry continental air flowing in at low levels. Moisture content. Precipitable water, PWatt. Values are elevated in southern Florida, 2.0 to 2.3 inches, especially near the frontal boundary and coast, while farther north, Georgia, northern Florida, values are much lower, sometimes down near approximately 1 inch or even less, with dew points in Georgia in the upper 50s to low 60s. This contrast in moisture is crucial. Regional breakdown, Florida. Southeast and South Florida, the frontal boundary over central Florida is shifting south today. As it moves, deep tropical moisture remains in place over south and southeast Florida. PWATS of approximately 2.1 to 2.3 inches indicate a very moist column. Miami AFD diurnal heating, plus sea breeze convergence and orographic-like or terrain boundary/outflow interactions will trigger showers and thunderstorms this afternoon and evening. Storms may produce high rainfall rates, 2 to 4 inches per hour, potentially leading to flooding in areas already saturated. Miami and Melbourne. AFDS onshore flow northeasterly near surface combined with southwesterly flow aloft produces vertical shear bulk shear of approximately 30 to 40 knots in some layers, which helps with banding, training, and slower moving storms. That increases flood potential. Melbourne AFD. Late tonight, bands of showers may become quasi-stationary near coast, possibly persisting into overnight, which means reductions in flight visibility VIS, ceiling CIG, and possibly MVFR or IFR conditions. Miami and Melbourne AFDS, Florida Panhandle, and much of northern Florida. A drier air mass with low-level northeasterly flow will dominate. The trough aloft amplifies around the Appalachians, reinforcing dry continental air. Tallahassee AFD. Under mostly sunny skies, daytime heating will allow temps into upper 80s or low 90s, but with less moisture, both convective development and rainfall chances are minimal. Nighttime cooling will be more pronounced inland. Aviation and flight level hazards. Florida. Expect for airports along the southeast and south coasts, Miami, West Palm Beach, Fort Lauderdale, etc. Afternoon into evening. Convective activity leading to gusty and erratic winds, brief periods of low visibility or ceiling reductions, especially near stronger storms. IFR/MVFR possible near storms, or with low-lying moisture before dawn. Coastal and offshore terminals particularly vulnerable. Key mechanisms in a nutshell: moisture gradient, high PWAT in southern Florida, much lower farther north. This gradient sets the stage for where storms are likely and where they are not. Moving bachas stalled front. Acts as a focus for lift and convergence in Florida, helps sustain heavier rainfall and instability. Upper trough/shortwave energy, supports moist advection, and in Florida, transient energy aids. Convective initiation and maintenance. In Georgia, the trough is too far to overcome dry suppression. Sea breezes and boundaries. In Florida, sea breeze fronts Atlantic coast, and any outflow from earlier storms feed into thunderstorms. Their interactions cause storms to hammer the same locations. Training. Subsidence and warm mid-levels in Georgia. Ridge aloft warms and suppresses convection. Subsidence warms and dries middle troposphere, stabilizing the column despite warm surface temperatures. Summary: what to watch today. In south-southeast Florida, watch for heavy convective showers and thunderstorms starting this afternoon, possibly severe in terms of rainfall with flooding potential. Surface moisture and upper shear support bands. In Georgia, quiet conditions prevail. Warm, dry, stable. Nothing major in the way of convection. Across the region, cloud decks, moisture pooling, and winds associated with onshore/NE flow will dominate Florida. Georgia is in the dry sector,